Most of us guys, we don't have any father figures or anything like that. So we look at these self improvement influencers as our daddies, a father figure, if you will, that replacement. And it may be via the form of Andrew Tate. It may be via the form of Myron Gaines from the Fresh and Fit podcast, or maybe even Hamza. Here's what I've learned after consuming years of self improvement content, man. Take everything someone says with a pinch of salt. Because me, I'm not gonna lie, I used to listen to these guys like it was gospel, right? And I was a young 16-year-old. I didn't know any better, man. I'd listen to everything these guys say, right? And I'd pedestalize them like they were the end all be all, simply because they had one thing that I didn't have: money. So I listened to everything they said, right? But what messed me up, like I remember I used to watch a lot of Andrew Tate, right? They tell you to do one thing: be strong, disciplined, masculine. And then I'm seeing other clips of this guy talking about, oh, I'm gonna have multiple women. Oh, then I see this guy in the club. I see this guy in the club singing Hail Hitler. You know what I mean? Then I see this guy in Miami. Then I see this guy talking about all the women he smashed. But then on another side, you want to put on another two-faced personality talking about, oh, I want a God-fearing woman that has sexual discipline and isn't sleeping around. But now you're the walking contradiction because you fucking these women too. And you can imagine me as a 16-year-old. I'm like, this guy's fake. Why am I following? He's a fake ass nigga. Why am I following you then? And I made a video about how Andrew Tate has made me delusional. All the dick suckers in the comments were trying to argue against me. But everyone who really knows, we're sick of this fraud, man. We're sick of this fraud. He's a fraud, man. He's just an attention seeker. He's rage baiting for attention, it seems like. The bombs that are going off in Dubai, this guy's talking shit on the internet, shaming everyone that leaves. Oh, you're a pussy for leaving. You're a pussy for leaving this country. You have no class of masculinity. I'm gonna go to Dubai, my brother Tristan Tate, and show you how it's done. And I've seen these other clips of this guy going to the bus, right, to the driver, and he's at to the driver, don't kill me. So you're not that guy. Stop acting like some hard ass on the internet for attention. And this guy want to be talking about, oh, that's how stories are made. Bro, you're in a war zone, man. And it's so fun in games until them bombs hit you. You don't know that. I'll give you another example. I used to watch Hamza a lot, right? Took all his words at face value. And he did help me a lot with his videos. But what messed me up, so he always went back on his word, man. And it pissed me off. And of course, it's cool. You're a young guy, man. All of us in our 20s, we're going to think we want one thing, but you do another thing. Cool. Everyone's like that, man. We're in the building phases of our 20s. That's what the 20s is about. It's about those foundational periods. Cool. No, nothing wrong with that. Fair play. But what pissed me off is when it says stuff to its audience. Like, if he wants to do something and you just started that hobby, he's like, yeah, this is what every man should do. Every man should train in the woods. Every man should find a beautiful feminine woman. I'll give an example more about speaking of Hamza, right? So, the fight arc. He wants to train in the mountains. Every man needs to fight in the mountains. This is right for me, right? Then 4 months later, you don't do that. Now, I know he did win his fight last year. Shout out to him. But I'll give you another example. Who was on and on about finding a beautiful feminine woman, right? And he finally found the woman of his dreams. They both clicked, made loads of videos about how to find your wife. You're not married, bro. You've never been in a long relationship in your life. What the fuck are you talking about? How to find your wife. I know it's not. I know that the title it's nice to have. It's nice to finally make that video. Oh, well, yeah. I finally found my woman, and you have loads of views. But bro, if you never lived through that experience, don't talk about it, bro. Stop. Don't do that. What are you doing? And then breaks up with the chick of his dreams that he told us all to have because he wanted to clap cheeks. Yeah, he wanted to clap cheeks with other DJ women. You know what I mean? Talking about some Russian model that you. Ah, man. And you can imagine me as a 16-year-old who followed this guy like it was gospel. And to have that betrayal. That sounds like, yeah, that's the final straw. I need to stop listening to these masculinity coaches. Myron Gaines, fresh and fit. Talk about that guy, you know? Talking about, oh, sleep with 50 women. Are you fucking dumb? 50? Bro, the more. Bro, I know I spoke many times about soul ties. I don't need to repeat myself. You can search that up. But, bro, there's a reason why his girl left him. His girl Angie left him too. Because he's not that guy. Notice how none of these guys are married or maintained a long relationship. None of them guys. And you're taking advice from these fools. That's why I stopped watching them lots. And the purpose of this video is not necessarily to shit on them, right? It's critiquing. I'm just going based off consistency. What they would preach in the past, they do the opposite of. I'm just calling that out. Whenever I hate out just to shit on the person for the sake of doing so, I do it. I critique with a purpose. I'm like, no, why are you smashing so many women? Oh, I'm the brutal dating advice from my younger self, talking about flipping smashing as many women as possible. Like, come on, bro. Imagine a 16. The fact they even watch that stuff, man. It's traumatized guys, man. They're insecure guys. They probably got no girls when they were children, and then they want to inflict it on others. You know, that's why I stopped watching it. Hamza talking about catfishing some guy in a cool while smashing his girl because it happened to him. And I was going, get out of here, man. That's why I stopped watching these guys. The purpose of this video is to invoke critical thinking. Take everything a person says with a pinch of salt, even myself, because no one in this world has the answers figured out. The only thing you should truly follow as gospel is the word of God. Don't follow any of these self-improvement gurus, man, because they will turn on their morals. You know? And they all have narcissistic traits. They're all arrogant to some extent, which drew me away from watching these clowns. So I think for myself now, and I'm not as easily manipulated as I once was.